What is going on, guys? DBG here, and in this video we are going to be talking about the top 5 best and worst value small forwards in NBA 2K21 MyTEAM. So, before we get on to it, if you guys are new to the channel, subscribe. We're trying to 225,000 subscribers by the end of the weekend, so by tomorrow we are hoping to hit it. Right now we are roughly 210 subscribers off, so it's going to be a close one. It's going to be a really close one. Also, lads, this list right here, it is purely based on value and only cards you can buy in the auction house, so no like George Gervin or anything in this list. Some of your favorite cards might be on the worst value list, but for me it is purely based on value more than, well, it's not purely based on value, like that's the title of it. So a card can be good and bad value. It's like, I think Kobe Bryant, you could argue he's the best 2-guard in the game, but you could also argue he's the worst value 2-guard in the game because he's 500k and he's barely better than Granger, who's like 150k. So or he's not better than Granger, he's worse than Granger's 150k. He's barely better than Eddie Jones, who's 30k. But yeah, so we're gonna start off with the worst value in my opinion. And again, one of these cards especially, I hate him. I know a lot of you guys like him, but I don't think anyone can argue that this card is good value anyway. So, at number 5, we have got the Idols Kevin Durant. So KD's not cheap. Like, you're seeing this one here, 133k. I'm telling you, when I was looking at him when he was finishing at like 240k. Like he ends up at least 200k. But for 200k, what you are getting is you're getting a 6'10 small forward. So he's got really good height. He's got 10 off badges. Does he come with 10 off rip? Yeah. So he's got 10 off badges off rip. Fearless finisher, anti-freeze. He's got half flexible release, which is big, I guess. Half green machine. Comes with gold clamps, gold range, gold's quick first step. I mean, the guy's got everything. The guy has got everything. His release, I really like his release. Some people hate it. He's got a great 3-ball, great driving dunk. He does everything. Like, he does everything. It's just, when you're comparing him to a Glenn Robinson, is he that much better? Better? Maybe. That much better? No. Or better, probably. Is he better than a Danny Granger? No. And he costs about 60, 70k more than Danny Granger. So, for that reason, KD's on this list. But I really like KD, so there's not too much negative to say about this card. At number 4, we have got one of the new cards in the Throwback Moment sets, and it's Paul Pierce. So Paul Pierce, how this card right here is over 35k MT, I will never know. I will never know how this guy is over 35k. He is nowhere close to being as good as Glenn Robinson. He is nowhere close. Like, he's only got 3 half badges. On current gen, the guy can't shoot from the corners. Yes, he's got clamps and range extender. He's got flexible as well. The guy doesn't get quick first step. He's 3-pointers is quite decent, but again, he can't shoot from the corners because he steps in. On next gen, the release is as slow as Christmas. Like, he is legitimately one of the most bang average pink diamond cards diamond cards in the game that have been released over the last couple of weeks. Like, he is just not good at all. He doesn't do anything. He is basically a day 1 pink diamond card that was released in January. What would this card have been great if it was in September? Yes, because the Paul Pierce card that it's basically a clone of was great. This card's awful, and he's about 35k MT. Number 4. At number 3, we're going to the Possessed set. The Possessed set has had some decent players. This Kawhi Leonard was not one of them. I was going to put the other Kawhi Leonard in there because, like, there is a diamond Kawhi Leonard that is more expensive, or that is around the same price as this and is worse than this card, but like, I'm not putting in current cards. Like, that's it. I put Steph Curry. I know I put Steph Curry in my point guard list, and I think I had him at number 1 on my point guard list, but it's just unfair. Like, you could literally just make this list 5 current cards, so I'm not doing that. But this Kawhi Leonard, like, awful card. Yeah, he gets clamps. He gets, like, Intimidator. His defensive animations are good. The guy can't shoot from deep. Only an 81 3-ball. 80 driving dunk. He can't boost. Yes, he's got good defense. He's slow, though. Like, he's bad. He's, like, not even just bad for a diamond. He's just bad in general. He's not a card that I would ever use in this game. I reckon the other Kawhi is going to be great. I reckon Opal Kawhi is going to be great. And as much as people are trying to say there's no point grinding for the card, like people said that about Wade as well, I think that Opal Kawhi is going to be absolutely incredible. However, this Kawhi Leonard, I'm telling you, he's not a good card. He is not a good card at all. And the fact is that he's 20k MT. Like, yeah, the other guys were more expensive. Pierce was more expensive, but at least Pierce has some redeeming qualities. Like, Pierce can shoot from deep. Pierce has got Pro 8. Like, this Kawhi can't dribble. He can't do anything on offense. Yeah, he's good on defense, but, like, so is Pierce. Like, Pierce is good enough on defense as well. Then we are on to number 2. And it is a double whammy for Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant is appearing on this list twice. But unlike the other Kevin Durant, this KD card is not good. Like, you are paying 33k for a guy that's, in my opinion, well worse than Pierce. Like, Pierce, in my opinion, is without question better than Kevin Durant. Like, you see in this one here, like 17, 16, 6 gold. Like, this is what he is off rip. 6 gold badges. He's like 35k. He doesn't lock in for anything either. At least with Pierce, you can make the argument he locks in for something. Same with Kawhi. This card doesn't lock in for anyone. He's got Green Machine Hall of Fame, tireless shooter, catch and shoot gold. He only comes with silver quick first step. He only comes with bronze clamps and bronze range. Like, he's also got an 83 which is alright. Stats, decent driving dunk, decent ball handle. Like, speed isn't great. Defense is okay. Isn't even 6'10" like the other one. Man, this card, he's not good in general. And at 35k, like, I would suggest for you guys, I would rather see people with Paul Pierce than this card. Like, I would be more scared of a Paul Pierce card. Like, he is one of those cards, this Kevin Durant. He's one of those few cards that I know when I'm coming up against them that I've won the game. Because if somebody's using this Kevin Durant card over a Glenn who's cheaper, like, you know they're not going to be up to much. And then we're on to number 1. And this is going to cause some controversy. This is definitely going to cause some controversy. Because some people love this card. And it is Pink Diamond Giannis Antetokounmpo. He ends normally at about 150k. His normal price for ending on the auction house is 150k. That was the last one, what the last one ended for. So, for 150k, let me talk about cards that are that price. At that price, you're buying Larry Bird. I think he's a primary power forward, though. Danny Granger. Jason Tatum. Maybe you could argue Tatum. But I was considering putting Tatum on this worst value list as well at around 150k. But at least he locked in for something. A wilt card. This card locks in for nothing. And is he anywhere close to Danny Granger? No. The fact that, like, certain people, like, there is an argument to be made that both Jonathan Isaac, you can argue that Jonathan Isaac's better than Giannis. You could argue that Thurl Bailey's better than Giannis. And it's a legitimate argument. If you prefer Giannis, if you prefer either of those guys, that is perfectly fine. Like, if you think Thurl's better, if you think Isaac's better, or you think Giannis is better, I think they're all kind of objectively close cards. They all do different things well. But the fact that that's a debate, and Thurl is like 25k, and Isaac's like 7k MT, and that's a debate, and this guy's 150k MT, no question about it. If there are cards in a debate, and one of them is 7k, and the other one is 150k, you better believe the 150k card is going on the list. And the fact he doesn't even lock in for anything as well is why he's here. Can you argue that, like, okay, maybe he should be somewhere else on the list? Because yes, he's better than Pierce. Yes, he's better than Kevin Durant. But he's also 3 times the price of both, or he's 4 times the price of both of them, at least. Like, no question about it. Giannis is, if not the worst value, one of the worst value small forwards in this game. But we're going to get a God tier Giannis soon. We just have not got it yet. We have not got the God tier Giannis yet. And people are so, like, hyped on using Giannis in game that they're talking about this Giannis, that they're pricing this Giannis like he's a God tier Giannis. Trust me, we'll get a Giannis. We will get a Giannis soon that will make people want to use Giannis. We just have not got that card yet. We'll get him soon. We have not got him yet. So now from the negative onto a little bit more upbeat. We're going to go over the best value small forwards right now. At number 5, this guy is still usable. I'm sorry. I've been using this guy on current gen, next gen. He's usable. He's usable on current gen because he's got hot zones everywhere. because hot zones mean everything. He's got hot zones 4 spots, I'm pretty sure, outside the 3. So for that reason, he's usable on current gen. He's usable on next gen, but he's basically everybody usable on next gen. He's like 1500 MT. Like, how can you go wrong? How can you go wrong with a catch and shoot corner specialist, gold clamps, gold intimidator, gold blinders on next gen, gold steady on current gen, base 40, which is one of the easiest releases of the green, an 88 3-pointer, 96 lateral quickness, 96 perimeter defense. How can you go wrong for 1500 MT with a guy like this? Is he a guy that are there better guys than him for quite a little bit more expensive? Yeah, if you go up to like 4 or 5k, you do get upgrades. But like if you're just starting at the game, Bruce Bowen as a 3 or 2, a perfect card. So for that reason, he's in the list. He's on the list at number 5. At number 4, we're going on to the guy we keep mentioning. We're going on to Mr. Glenn Robinson himself. This guy he's been around the 30 to 35k range for like the last couple of weeks. Sorry, he's been around the 25 to 30k range. Sorry, for the last couple of weeks. And for 25,000 MT, you are getting like a downgrade, a poor man's Danny Granger. You're getting a poor man's Zion Williamson, who's better than Zion Williamson on next gen, in my opinion. You're basically getting a poor man's Danny Granger. Half catch and shoot, half giant slayer. He's got gold clamps, gold's showtime on current gen, gold posterizer next gen. He's got gold quick first step, gold unpluckable, silver range, but silver range is fine, trust me. Either gen, Cam Reddish has it, silver range is fine. Like half range is just next level, but like I haven't noticed the difference between silver and gold range on this gen, honestly. And on current gen, it's very rare. Somebody at this stage, silver range matters. Trust me, silver range is fine. And you can give him gold range. Gold range, that badge is only like 7 or 8k. The expensive ranges are the bronze and silver. But he's got a 95 mid, 89 3, base 29, which is arguably the best release in the game, although it isn't on quick like Danny Granger. He's got a 90 driving dunk, 86 ball handle, solid perimeter defense. His interior defensive badges are good, although his steal and block aren't great. He's got really good speed 2 on acceleration and really solid lateral quickness. The guy is a beast, man. The guy is a beast. He's still more than usable. 25k. He's like the same price as Diamond Kawhi, and he's a million times better than that card. So for me, Glenn Robinson is in here at number 4 on the list. At number 3, when we're talking pure value, like, I get it. This guy has some critics on current gen. And I'll be the first to say I'm not the biggest fan of this guy on current gen, but my God, is this guy so good on next gen that I have to put him on the list. Cliff Hagan. Like, you're looking, thinking, he's probably not as good as Glenn Robinson, and he's not that much different in price, but he kind of is. Like 15k, like he's literally, what's he, 60% of the price of Glenn? For 15k, you're getting a half range. Simple as that. You are getting a badge that, yeah, I'll say there might not be much difference between gold and silver range, but you trust me, you know this half range. When you see somebody bowling up from the halfway line, you know it's half range. And on next gen, like Cliff Hagan's, he turns like a truck on current gen. He's slow, but if you're looking at badges wise, he's got all the key ones. He's got half range, catch and shoot, corner specialist. He's got all the key badges gold. He's got gold clamps, gold quick first step, gold intimidator, gold unpluckable. Dribbling's not the worst. He just feels clunky. Release is not the fastest, but it's fine. Like his release is fine. He's got a 92 3 ball. An okay dunk of 70. Like, it's not great, but it's good enough that he'll dunk when he's open. He's got a good steal and perimeter defense, really solid rebounding stats, which is a weird one. Good speed, ball acceleration, and great lateral quickness. So, like, overall, he's a solid cone. I'm not enough of a fan of him. Just the way he moves to use him on current gen. But I mean, next gen, he might be one of my first choice 2 guards. For 14k, you are getting somebody that can fade from the halfway line, and there are not many other people in this game with range extender Hall of Fame, and by not many I mean none. He is the only usable half range extender player that is under 100k. I'm gonna say usable because I'm pretty sure Dirk's under 100k and he's unusable. So for that reason, he serves a purpose, he fits a role, and if you are playing on next gen, my God, you need to try this guy out because he's a beast. He is a beast. Current gen, you know what, 14k, you might as well give him a go. If you can get him to work, he's a great player. If you can work, like, find a way to work with him, he's great. Then we are at number 2. And it's, you know, the way we had, actually, sorry, I just skipped somebody. You know the way we were talking about how Bruce Bowen, there were better players, a little more expensive? Yeah, this is one of those better players. Like, a lot of people might argue X-Man or argue Gerald Wallace. I'm going to give the nod to Gerald Wallace. And he's a little bit more expensive now than he normally is. Like, trust me, in a few days, he'll be back under 5k MT. Don't worry about that. But Gerald Wallace, he is that step up, I think. I think he's just a better version of a Bruce Bowen. Like, if you compare the two of these guys, I think Gerald Wallace, like, they're the same height. 85 offense, 99 defense compared to 93 defense. He's got the Hall of Fame tireless defender. He's got a few extra gold badges. Gerald Wallace also got gold quick for his step, which is huge in terms of creating. Gerald Wallace got base 4. Bowen's got base 40. Both of them pretty good releases. He's got an 83 3 ball, 85 mid-range, and 90 driving dunk, 86 ball handle. Insane steal and perimeter defense. Good interior defense. Rebounding's pretty decent. Unbelievable speed, ball acceleration. All of 90, 83, 90, and 90. 93 lateral quickness. And when you're looking at tendencies, which matters a lot for like lockdown defenders, on-ball steal of 70 is not bad at all. Like, it's usable. And pass interception of 85 is very, very good. So Gerald Wallace, I think, is just like an upgraded version of a Bruce Bowen, and in my opinion, deserves to be on this list at number 2. And at number 1, I am way higher on this card than most people. I'm gonna say that right now. I am way higher on this card than most people. Jonathan Isaac. So, Jonathan Isaac right now is basically, as I said, he is debatably better than Giannis. And look at how many of them there are. Like, you are getting this guy for 7k MT. And he is debatably better than Giannis Pink Diamond. On either gen. On either gen. I play on next gen and I prefer Jonathan Isaac. Like, if you prefer, you can prefer Giannis. And that is perfectly fine. But you can also prefer Giannis. Isaac is perfectly fine. For 6.4k, what you are getting is a 6'11" small forward, 17 golds. He's got catch and shoot corner specialist. He's got clamps. A release that's on quick. Some people like his release, some people hate it. If you hate his release, you probably won't like the card. If you like his release, you probably will. But he's also got gold interceptor with his elite length. He's got gold pogo stick, gold quick first step. He's also got gold post move lockdown. So he's an elite defender. He's got an not great post hook and fadeaway, which isn't great. But he's got an 85 driving dunk, a really good 3-ball. That's what separates him and Giannis, in my opinion. He's got a great ball handle, some decent dribbling moves, but like 85 block, 84 steal, 85 perimeter defense, 80 interior defense. They are all very solid stats. With his badges, that makes him a very nice defender. 83 speed is more than good enough. 87 lateral quickness is incredible. So on defense, this guy is going to give you almost what Giannis gives you. Like, not quite. Giannis is still the better defender, but he will give you like 95% of what Giannis gives you on defense. But on offense, Jonathan Isaac, while he's not going to give you like cheesy layups and dunks, they're easy to be stopped. He's going to give you a solid shooter. Since the vast majority of guys that are successful in this game right now are running through point guards, running through like stretch 5s and getting showtime dunks, you really need your power forward to be able to sit in the corner and hit shots, which Giannis doesn't, which is why you don't see Giannis being used in the competitive scene. Jonathan Isaac does a lot of what Giannis does, but he shoots. You're basically, would you rather a player shoot the ball or a player be able to get kind of glitchy dunk animations? And that is literally what the difference is between this card and Giannis. Like, if you prefer someone going to the basket and dunking, if you want a slasher, Giannis is better. If you want someone that can hit an open jumper, Jonathan Isaac's better. But all I'm saying is Jonathan Isaac is 6k and Giannis is 150k, which is why one of them is number 1 on the worst value, one of them is number 1 the best value. Two cards that are debatable which is better, and the fact that you can pretty much buy 30, probably like 25 Jonathan Isaacs for the price of 1 Giannis. So anyway, yeah, that is pretty much it. That is the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.